If you're running a business in Kenya right now, whether you're a sprawling corporation in Nairobi or a smaller SME operating out of Mombasa, you are facing a seriously urgent, high-stakes challenge. Welcome to this explainer. Look, you're operating in a hyper-competitive market, where losing customers, which is a process known as customer churn, directly and aggressively eats into your revenue. In today's landscape, relying on just gut feeling, it simply isn't enough to keep your customers coming back. But what if you could actually see into the future of your customers' behavior? Well, today we're exploring exactly how predictive analytics transforms raw data into a literal forecasting engine for your revenue and churn.
So here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll cover 1. The customer churn problem. 2. The power of predictive analytics. 3. Real Kenyan success stories. 4. Comparing tools and costs. 5. Your step-by-step guide. And finally, 6. Next steps for business. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The customer churn problem.
Just look at this single, staggering number, 96.4%. According to the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, that is Kenya's massive mobile penetration rate. Now, why does this matter to your bottom line? Because a highly connected population means a fiercely competitive market. Your customers have completely unprecedented access to alternatives. The moment they feel even a little unsatisfied, your competitor is literally just a tap away on their smartphone. This level of connectivity makes the Kenyan market absolutely primed for and vulnerable to rapid customer movement.
And that brings us to this incredibly crucial concept, churn prediction. Simply put, this is the use of predictive analytics to identify customers who are likely to stop doing business with your company. Losing customers isn't just some minor operational hiccup, right? It is a direct, heavy hit to your bottom line. Every single customer who walks away takes all their future revenue right out the door with them. Predicting this churn before it actually happens is basically the ultimate defensive strategy for businesses across the country.
Moving right along to Section 2, the power of predictive analytics.
So what is it? Predictive analytics is the use of statistical models and machine learning algorithms to predict future events or outcomes. You can think of this technology as a highly advanced radar system for your business. It continuously scans your environment, forecasting your future revenue, and spotting those high-risk customers long before they actually pack up and leave. It literally turns hindsight into foresight. Now, you'll often hear buzzwords like machine learning and data mining thrown around a lot. Let's demystify those real quick. Data mining is just the process of discovering hidden patterns and relationships in massive data sets. Think of things like your customers' demographic information and their past transaction history. And machine learning, that's simply training models to make predictions based on those discovered patterns. So the really crucial takeaway here is that this isn't magic. It's just about extracting actionable behavioral patterns from the data you are already collecting every single day.
This right here brilliantly illustrates why you should absolutely care. Properly implemented predictive analytics initiatives can achieve an incredible return on investment of 300 to 500%. No joke. Furthermore, the data shows you can reduce your customer churn by up to 30% and actually increase revenue by 25% through this kind of data-driven decision-making. I mean, that is an immense, transformative level of growth for any business.
Let's look at some proof in Section 3, Real Kenyan Success Stories.
First, look at the giants in the telecommunications and media sectors. Companies like Safaricom and Zuku heavily leverage predictive analytics. They analyze demographic and behavioral data to proactively identify customers who are showing patterns of a high risk of churning. Maybe someone looking to cancel a subscription. But here's the kicker. Once identified, they don't just sit back and wait for the cancellation. They offer a customized plans and personalized retention promotions to keep that user base completely intact.
But hey, this isn't just for massive corporations with endless budgets. Consider Zawadi Hardware. They are a company with just 12 staff members based in Eldoret. They were facing a really significant challenge in predicting when they'd lose their hardware customers. By implementing predictive analytics, they completely changed their trajectory. Afterward, they successfully reduced their churn by 25% and saw a 15% increase in revenue. Now, it wasn't a perfectly smooth road. Actually, they faced a pretty notable caveat early on with poor data quality, which initially tanked their prediction accuracy. But once they cleaned up their data, the results were absolutely undeniable.
Let's break down the financials in Section 4, Comparing Tools and Costs.
The really fantastic news here is that there's a solution for literally every budget. If you're just starting out, Google Analytics is a free tool that takes about 1 to 2 weeks to implement, and it can give you roughly 70 to 80% accuracy.
If you need a bit more power, Microsoft Power BI costs somewhere between 50,000 and 100,000 Kenyan shillings, takes about 2 to 4 weeks, and bumps your accuracy up to 80 to 90%. And for those of you needing maximum precision, a completely custom solution will run you between 200,000 and 500,000 shillings, taking 6 to 12 weeks to build, but it delivers an incredible 90 to 95% accuracy rate. You can totally scale your tech to fit your exact business needs.
Next up, Section 5, your step-by-step guide.
Implementing this actually follows a very logical flow of 5 steps. First, and absolutely most importantly, you must collect and clean your data. As we just learned from Zawadi Hardware, accurate and consistent data gathering is the total foundation. Without it, nothing else works. Step 2 is choosing the right tool for your budget. Step 3 is training the machine learning model using your nice, clean data. Step 4 is deploying it and monitoring its performance. And finally, Step 5 is continuously refining and improving the model to make sure it stays highly accurate over time.
Now, as you walk that roadmap, I've got to warn you about a few common pitfalls. Inadequate data quality, or having insufficient training data, will immediately lead to biased, totally inaccurate models. Poor model validation means you're out there making decisions on bad predictions. A lack of ongoing monitoring means your model is just going to degrade over time. And finally, low stakeholder engagement means that even if you build an absolutely perfect predictive tool, your team won't actually adopt it or use it to save those at-risk customers. Proactively avoid these mistakes, and your path to that massive 300% ROI is going to be so much clearer.
And that brings us to our final section. Section 6, Next Steps for Business.
I really want to leave you with this provocative thought today. What is the actual calculated cost to your business if your competitors can predict exactly when your customers are feeling unsatisfied, and they just swoop in with a better offer before you even realize there's a problem? In a market with 96% mobile penetration, ignoring predictive analytics isn't just a missed opportunity anymore. It is an urgent, massive risk to your very survival.
But hey, the good news is you absolutely do not have to figure this all out alone. If you're ready to stop guessing and start actually predicting, you should really book a free conversation with the amazing team at AI Consultancy Kenya. They help businesses of all sizes across Kenya, we're talking farms, SMEs, large corporations, and even schools, build really smart solutions perfectly tailored to local contexts. You can actually reach out to them directly right now on WhatsApp at 0711 344 702. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this truly fascinating and vital topic. If you found this explainer valuable, please go ahead and hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more structured, visual explainers that help you understand the forces shaping your business. I'll see you next time.